Hey there, hi there, Hermit here. Cat there. Today is Tuesday, not Monday. Today is Tuesday. I'm sorry. As for today, this week, we are in a new week. We have new things to do and old things to finish. So last week, I wanted to get through half of those tassels on the poncho. I got a quarter of the way through the tassels. I did not get halfway through the tassels like I wanted to last week. Now for this week, I want to keep going more. I don't know if that'll get done. So we are going to work a little on these tassels every night to get a little progress on them. Another thing to do this week is to pull this tapestry off and block more clouds for a different project. Then this can go and get put on a dowel and be hung. And she's done. Yeah! Last week, I started a new project for something to do in the pickup line when I pick up my daughter. That is going okay. It is a very slow going project because last week I wasn't in the pickup line and today is election day. So no progress on the pickup line project. To be honest, it's taking so long that I decided to do that same project in a different yarn that I could do at home in spare time. The dragonscale fingerless gloves that I was doing in the pickup line, that one is still going in a different yarn, so I tried some scrap yarn I had at home. This yarn I've had for a long time and I have a lot of it, so sometimes I like to use it in different projects to practice with. So it got to me. So this is one fingerless glove. I hate it. I hate this glove. I hate the yarn that I used. I love the pattern. The pattern's really fun to do, and I think the yarn I used is a little too thick as well as a little too rough. The yarn I'm using in the truck, I know that yarn is softer. So I am hoping that it is a little thinner and a little more comfortable than how this glove turned out. So honestly, I hate this glove. Am I going to scrap it? No. Am I going to make a second hand? I really don't want to. I really don't want to make a second glove. I did that, and now I hate it. I got to a point on the hat where I needed to pause because I knew I'd be getting a new camera. I wanted to film the rest of the process. I did finish the brim. Let me show you. Wow! The brim on the toadstool hat is finished. The top base of the hat is done. We are on to the ruffle. As I said, the hat is going to be themed after Marie from the Aristocats in a way. White with pink and bows and cat ears. This hat is not staying at this point. We are going to go further with this hat, starting with the ruffle. The ruffle, as we know, is going to be pink. This is the color we are using. So under the hat, we'll have the nice pink ruffle. We are going to use the rest of that pink to do some bows. Eventually, I will get to the cat ears. But for now, we must get to the ruffle. The ruffle is the next big venture in the toadstool hat. I can't seem to stop myself from starting something new. Yes, I started the gloves last week. This glove upset me so much that I needed to do something that makes me happy and that I know is going to turn out the way I want it to turn out. The glove upset me so much that I had to start something new. I like to make the turtleneck hoods. This is the turtleneck part of a new hood. This is another project that I've just started. I sometimes need to bounce around, otherwise I get stuck. Maybe I get stuck because I keep starting something new. This is going to be just another project I'm starting and will be up on the shop when it's finished. As for this project, it is only this far because I ran out of yarn. I am needing a new skein. No problem. I've got another skein. Skein right here. See? I just mixed this with the white and we got this nice rainbow. Okay. We have the red heart jumbo stripes in favorite stripe. I just have about 10 rows to do on this part and then I switch it up. Here's the thing. We are going from purple to blue and then we go back to purple and we should come out to red. This end starts in red to orange. This end starts in green to yellow, green to yellow. So we have red to orange, green to yellow. I need blue to purple. Unfortunately, that means that I now have to wind one end until I get to a color that I need. That I can finish the 10 rows that this needs. When we're done with winding that yarn and doing those rows, then I can start adding pink to this hat. Although I didn't get much done yesterday, we are on the path to finish everything today that I need to finish. I'm going to finish editing the video that needs to be posted tomorrow. Then I need to get to winding this yarn. After that, I'm going to work on the rest of the toadstool hat for the ruffle. I will see you then. So it's Wednesday afternoon. I have mostly done laundry because laundry fell behind and I needed to get it done. I also fell behind on editing my video. It's taking a bit longer, but I'm working on speeding that up here soon. We have a new camera set up for this week. I hope that helps with the editing process, so we'll see when I'm editing this. I am going to finish the laundry. I hope to finish editing here soon, so that way I can just focus on doing some crochet. That's the plan for today. As for tonight, it is Survivor night, so I'll be able to crochet at least during Survivor. Maybe we'll work on the toadstool hat. For now, I have a load to fold and some other chores to catch up on. The start of the ruffle. Ruffle has begun. Now I gotta get back to other things. Today is Thursday. As for Wednesday, last night, I finally got to the ruffle on the toadstool hat, the twisted toadstool hat. So that's coming along. I did about 3 rows on the ruffle. Then I started to fall asleep, so it's time to change things up. I finally got moving on that one. I have a couple things to do today. Earlier in the week, I said that I was going to get to winding my yarn to a certain point. So today we're going to do that. Yesterday I couldn't do it. My daughter decided to do some crafting in my craft room. My winder is set up on my table. I did not really have any good access to wind any yarn yesterday. Today we are going to wind the yarn that I need to get to. We are going to clean up some of the white yarn that I have. I also need to get to that blocking. It's time to take that off. That is the main plan. As for crocheting, I'm onto the ruffle, so it's pretty easy. It's a little bit of counting. Tomorrow is Friday. We're doing all right. It's just I have a lot of everyday life things holding things back a little bit. That's why my projects tend to take a little while. We have the toadstool hat, we have the hood, and we have the poncho. Those are my top projects at the minute. I need to get some of this done. I really just need to buckle down. Let's get to it. It's Friday. We are at the end of week 3. So some of the things I wanted to do this week was work on my poncho a little every day. I struggled a lot editing last week's video. I decided to use a new editing program than the one I did on week 1, which means that I had a couple technical difficulties. Today the video is out. That's what I worked on all week. Instead of working on the poncho a little every day, I worked on the video a little every day. Another goal I wanted to get done this week was to remove that tapestry. I still have time today to do that. The fingerless gloves that I am only allowed to work on in the truck, we have gotten pretty far. I'm at the point where I just need to choose the length of how much goes on the arm. I might actually keep it pretty short, honestly. After the disappointment of the dark green glove, I wasn't really looking forward to how this was going to turn out, but to be honest, I actually kind of like this one. The yarn feels a lot softer. As a reminder, this is the one in the dark green. Ugh. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't like this glove. The yarn is terrible, the arm is bulky, and it's not the pattern, it's just the yarn. This is some Red Heart from years ago that I used on a cardigan, and I have so much left over that I'm just using it for whatever. So this one, I hate it. Now, the other one that I started in the first place, I honestly really like it. So this one looks a little better. The yarn is so much softer than the dark green one. I think I'm going to keep the sleeves part a little shorter because this one goes almost to my elbow, and honestly that seems like a little too much. This is very warm. It's got a lot of spacing, but it's still very, very warm and very soft, so happy with that. Going to keep doing this, but I just need to make a second one. I think I'm going to do one more row of the granny stitch and then do the picot. This is going to go back in the truck, and I'll finish that on Monday and maybe start the second gloves. My main project is the twisted toadstool hat. I did get started on the ruffle. We have started the ruffle. I'm happy with the ruffle so far. And then when we're done with the ruffle and attach that, then it's just accessorizing it and adding the little details that'll really make it what I'm envisioning. And as I said, the twisted toadstool hat pattern is actually really easy. I really love the pattern, and I like the little outcome that I get. So I can't wait to keep going with this. I will put more work into it tonight. Big, exciting news today. My husband, his coworker, decided that they are going to be purchasing 3 of my hats. This one and this one. These 2 are the Kelp bucket hat pattern. The tutorial is by Passioknit Kelsie on YouTube. He's buying these. And then he is buying this other bucket hat. This is another free pattern on YouTube. I did 2 colors, pink and purple. It was the first one I did of the pattern, and then I made my husband a green and yellow one. These 3 are my 4th sale ever since I started my shop. I'm pretty happy. Excited for these to go to their new home. We're gonna clean these up, then we're gonna pack them up so we can go drop them off and sell them to them. All right, that's exciting. Sold 3 items out of my inventory. Now I can make bucket hats again. I'll probably wait till spring to make more bucket hats. I'm just gonna rewind these so they are nice and neat. Unwind. I am going to unwind the rest of my rainbow yarn, the favorite stripe. And then the rest of the night, I am going to work on my toadstool hat. I am going to also work on the hood, you know, back and forth. Sometimes doing a double crochet is what I'm in the mood for. Other times I am not. And so both of these projects have different stitches, different things going on, and I like to switch it up. That took me only about 5 minutes to get done. Now I'm going to put these away until I need them to make the ears. Next I'm going to work on winding up the rainbow yarn to where I need it. I finished the winding of the yarn. We stopped at this dark blue, almost into purple. That's the spot I needed to stop at. The rest of this will be used. I only need it for like 10 more rows. And then I think I'm doing double white. 2 things done. This yarn is wound to where I need it to be. The white yarn is wound and put nice and neat. This project is going to sit and wait till I am ready to put more attention on it. The toadstool hat is the next thing I'm going to work on, but right now I only have about 15 minutes before I have to leave and go pick up my husband and go sell my 3 hats. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, any of those things. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I can't wait for us to do some more and see you next week.